Hey guys, Robin Rosado here with Top Speed Golf, and today we're talking about hitting those drives nice and straight. So I've got 3 easy keys, drills that will help you hitting those drives straight every time. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started to how you can hit those drives nice and straight. So I got 3 easy keys for you, easy steps and some drills to help you get there. And the first one is gonna be where we're hit on the face, giving ourselves the best chance to hit it nice and straight. The second one is gonna be path. And then the third one is going to be where our face is at impact, kind of club face awareness, how that's coming into the golf ball. So let's go and get started talking about where we're hitting on the face. I'm going to talk a little bit about the gear effect in the golf club and where the ball is hitting it onto the face. So let me give you a good example. So obviously hitting on the center of the face is going to give us the best chance to hit it straight. So let's say if I'm hitting on the toe, I'm coming into the golf ball, hitting it right on the toe, it's pushing that club face back a little bit and creating that hook spin across the face. So obviously you can tell it's gonna be hooking a little bit more. So maybe you're out there hitting them on the toe or vice versa in the heel, and then creating slice spin on the toe, creating that hook spin, you're snap hooking it. So that's obviously not gonna give you the best chance to hit it straight. That's why hitting it on the center of the face, creating the least amount of spin, sideways, and that's gonna give you the best chance to hit it straight. So a good thing I do is sometimes if I'm struggling with the contact, especially my driver, I take a little foot spray a little bit on there, and then I can understand where I'm hitting it on the face. I typically have a little bit of a draw bias swing, so we're going to see what it does to my path, and hopefully I can get one pretty straight here for you. All right, well that one was actually dead middle of the face. The golf ball. So my face, the path was actually a little bit out to the right. I actually only hit that about 260. Like I said, we were into the wind, but it was trying to cut on me. So that's why I was talking about how the straighter we can hit the golf ball, the more we want to hit it more in the center of the face. So the least amount of chance it can go right, left, to wherever the ball wants to go. Like I said, I hit that a little bit more on the heel, and that's why I tried to move a little bit to the right. Wind took it back nicely for me. So that's kind of like the gear effect. You really want to hit it nice and solid on the face. I got a good drill for you today to do. You can use it with the foot spray or not. Grab you a few balls. I want you to hit until you really get a good understanding of where you're hitting in the face, because even with the foot spray, it's going to require a little bit of feel. So you need to understand the feel and where you are hitting it onto the face. So go ahead and take just half swing shots, really smooth shots I think I would definitely do it with the foot spray, and kind of understand where you're actually hitting it onto the face. So that one, man, that's like a 50% speed swing. I hit it pretty much on the middle of the face, a little bit high in the face. So I kind of got that feeling, that registered. And go ahead and grab another one. This one, I'm gonna purposely hit it more onto the toe. It may hook on me, half swing, so I can get a good feeling. No tension in my hands. So I hit that, felt like way on the toe. You can see I hit that right about here onto the toe, and the ball hooked on me. Let me go one more and hit one more onto the heel so I can get an understanding of what the ball is going to do and where I'm hitting on the face. So I started moving a little bit left to right. I caught that one just a little bit left in my first one. So that gives me a really good understanding of club face awareness, gear effect, so I can know next time you get those drills going, I would really hit like somewhere between 10 to each way. Go in the heel, go in the toe, go in the middle. And that's gonna really give you a good feeling and understanding of where you're hitting the face. So you're out there in the course and be like, why did that go out right? Or why did it slice a little bit? Then you can understand, look, maybe you can feel, I felt that was a little bit on the heel, and that's gonna be the reason why. So let's dive into the second part, and that's gonna be more path. Okay guys, so let's go and get started talking about the second part to this video, and that's the path. How to hit your driver straight, but what the path of the club coming into the golf ball, what that's doing. So as you may know, we're talking about hitting draws, hitting fades, hitting straight shots. We're trying to bring it more in to out to get that draw feeling, more out to in to hit more of a cut, try to get more straight to hit it, obviously straight. So if you're thinking guys on tour, if they're really trying to move the ball, you gotta think their path either way, right or left, is somewhere gonna be no more than 3 degrees, 4 degrees out to the right if they're really gonna move it. Those straight shots, they're gonna be somewhere pretty close to about 1 degree out to the right, 1 degree out to the left. So I'll show you some shots here on Flight Scope. Hopefully I can get it to where it's pretty close down to the center line there. And then we're gonna understand what the path is doing to how you're hitting it nice and straight. So like I was saying, if we're gonna hit these, if we're gonna really curve the ball, you know, want these drives to move a ton right to left, you know, my path is gonna be way out, probably gonna be way more out to the right than I normally am. So that one drew a bit. That's gonna be started about right side of the fairway, and it's gonna end up, well, right rough. So let's see if, with the path here with that one. So that was actually 16 out to the right. That's pretty significant. Face the path was 6 degrees as well, totaling about 280. So if I really wanted to rope one, yeah, that was a good one. So now let's try to go the opposite way and try to get one moving a little bit more left to right and see what the path is gonna go there. Oh, I got some draw wind today, but it's definitely starting left. It's cutting back a little bit, so let's talk about the path there. So that was actually not that much. I normally have a more end to out swing path, so that was 2.6, almost 3 out to the left. Still going about 260. So for me, that was kind of a lot. You'll notice that my path in other videos is normally going to be somewhere around 4 out to the right. So now let's going to talk about kind of getting really straight on. And I've got a really good drill for you, a really good visual thing for you guys to get 2 alignment sticks to get a little bit more straight. Maybe you're struggling with your path being out to in. So we're gonna lay in these 2 alignment sticks down here. I'm gonna be outside, one just outside the golf ball and one just inside. Try to get it more of where I'm aiming. I'm aiming at those bunkers way down there. And I'm gonna be pretty generous with myself. I don't wanna make it too hard at first. So you can see I have a pretty wide gap between these 2 alignment sticks. And one thing that's important is I have it more, the alignment stick more going this way on this side of the golf ball than this way. You can see I only have a little bit, so it's not in the middle of my alignment sticks. If I had it way out here, that may cause you to feel like you really got to go kind of hold off to the club and hold it straight down. We really want to release the club, so we don't want to really feel like we need to extend way down there. This is going to show your path. So I've got it about a foot in front of the golf ball, and most of the alignment stick's going to be behind it. That's just going to show your path on the way back and the way through. So it's really simple. You know, hit some shots, hit 10 shots. Just kind of feeling like you're going to follow your club head's going to follow the path here on the way back and follow a little and through and allow the club to release still. Oops. See if I can get that back. There we go. So I'm going to try to take it back straight on these alignment sticks and straight through. So that one felt pretty good. Let's talk about that path. That ball flew pretty straight too. Well, it wasn't that much out to the left. That was still 6 out to the right. Like I said, my path is normally out to the right anyway, so that was 6 degrees out to the right. But as you get progressive in this drill, you know, go until you really get it down so you can really visually see it, start to narrow up these alignment sticks here to maybe towards just outside your driver head. And then that'll really get you going, trying to hit those, get your path a lot straighter, maybe on the way back and through. I mean, I can get even a little bit more aggressive with that. Yep, pulled that one just a little bit. Caught that one a little bit more on the toe. Let's see what the path is going to go on there. My path was probably a little bit out to the right. Yeah, it was a little bit more out to the right. It's about 7 out to the right. So I need to work on, again, I need to work on this drill to get a little bit a more straight path, but they're still going in the fairway, so it's okay. So next part, we're going to talk about club face awareness, what the face is doing right at impact, how to get it square every time. Okay guys, so the last part is kind of where our club face, how our club face is coming into the ball at impact. So the thing I see that most of the people is on the way down, that club face is pretty open to the ball right here on the way down. That's pretty common from everybody, whether you're coming across the ball and then shutting it down or just swinging way too end to out and then leaving to those big blocks out to the right. So how do we square it up from there? How do we get our club face to get a little bit more closed or square right at impact? So I'm really going to feel on the way down, I'm really going to try, so this face is open, we're going to try to get to where that club face is pointing more down at the ground, or I guess you can say kind of horizontal to me here. So I'm going to feel like my left wrist, if you can see here, is starting to kind of bow out and turn a little bit. You can see the action here, what it's doing to the club face. So here's open. If I rotate that wrist to try to get it bowed through impact, you can see my club face is now starting to square up. It even maybe feel, for a lot of you guys, feel like it's actually closed. So then through impact, I want to feel like I'm actually going to try to de-loft the club. If I'm trying to hit like a low stinger, yeah, I put it in the middle of my stance, but I'm really trying to de-loft it. And in general, we do de-loft the club just by a few degrees at impact. So you can see my left wrist is starting to try to turn and bow out, squaring that club face, coming into the ball. So now my left wrist is nice and bowed. I have a decent amount of shaft lean. And you can see my club face is nice and square to the golf ball, giving me a pretty good chance of actually hitting it pretty straight. So allowing that club face to square up coming into the ball. Let me try to hit one here for you. Trying to mimic that same thing I just did. Yeah, that was pretty straight. I don't think I hit it much straighter than that, so hopefully that correlates to what my face was at. So I caught a little bit on the heel, so you can see the path is moving a little bit out to the right. But my club path was actually 0.2 to the right, so that's pretty square. And my face to path was 1.7 to the left. Again, pretty square. Remember that range I said, tour players, don't want to go really outside 3. So I'm within that range for sure. So that kind of really gave me a good feeling, allowing my left wrist to kind of come in through, bow out, square the club face, allowed me to get a pretty good square shot or straight shot. All right, guys, so I hope that helped. A lot of those 3 keys to help you hit those straight, long drives out there. Have fun doing it, and as always, play well. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video talking about how we can hit our drives nice and straight. So the last part I talked about how we can bow our wrist through impact. This preview is going to play in a second is about the move. It's going to mention how we can shallow out that club early in our downswing, and also mentions a little bit about that bowing of the wrist coming into impact. So that's going to really be beneficial for you to really stripe it, hit those shots pretty straight. So go ahead and click on the iCard that's in it. It's important that you click on that. It's going to take you to the full version of that video, and plus 5 free bonus videos on there as well. So good luck, have fun out there as always, and play well.
A special way that we move our wrist to square up the face that I think really separates the low, super good ball strikers from the guys that are struggling with ball striking. That's what I'm going to teach you in this video. When we're hitting a draw, usually what's happening is we're going to come in a little bit shallower to the ground. You can see my club is shallower to the ground. It's going to exit shallower to the ground. So if you could imagine I had a swing plane here, it's going to be on a bit of a flatter of an arc. That's when I'm going to be mostly hitting a draw. 6-iron has low 30s loft, and we're going to turn this down. PGA Tour 6-iron at contact, they're turning that down to about 21 degrees roughly, somewhere around in there, 21, 22 degrees of loft at impact. How do we actually change it? And that's what we're going to go over in this video. So 2 things. We need to work on having more forward shaft lean. Well, what happens if I try to get some forward shaft lean to really compress that ball, to get that more compression and to get that hard hit shot? Well, as I lean my hands forward, watch my wrist. I'm going to keep them in the same angle. My wrists stay in the same angle. Now I'm leaning the shaft forward, and as I'm coming down, that's the struggle that I see a lot of people working with that are trying to get more compression and to really get those hard hit shots. So here's what we have to do to change this. We know that we can square the face by moving the club this way, but there's also another way we can square the face. We can square the face by rotating the club.